When I was in college for theater, the projects that I found myself developing involved a lot of slapstick comedy. And I gravitated toward that sort of physical comedy, but didn't have any training or background or even any real knowledge of it. And at some point during the year, Steve Smith, who was currently the dean of Ringling Brothers Clown College, came and did a workshop at my university. And I found that a lot of things that I was coming up with myself were things that were taught in clown college. And I didn't really know of another place to go that would give that sort of an intensive training and history in that style of performance. So I set my cap at clown college, and actually I applied a year before I wanted to go. And they got back to me and said, okay, too early, apply again next year. But I figured that that would just get me on the radar. And the following year, I applied again. And I think that what, you know, in addition to my stellar personality, what got me noticed was a notebook that I spent a lot of time filling out every line, both sides of the page, that said, I want to be a Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey clown. And every once in a while, just so it wasn't so completely psychotic, I threw in something like, I believe in crystal light because I believe in me, or all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, or some such. And I know that caught their attention, especially the departures from the psychosis. And when I went to clown college, it was a 2-month program, 6 days a week, 14 hours of training a day. And with the 2 clown alleys of 18, the amount of contracts that would open up simply depended on who didn't want to stay on for a contract the following year. I went on the road with some theatrical tours, some children's theater, and I also did a small circus in New England. After that, I moved to New York and was not really focusing on circus arts at that point. I got a day player on a soap opera and various acting gigs. But at some point, someone went, wait, you're a Ringling trained clown and you're typing for lawyers? What are you doing? And so I just jumped into party entertainment, which I found much more rewarding than word processing, and never looked back. I have found that even kids who think they're scared of clowns aren't scared of me. When I show up, they sometimes it takes a minute, but I've never had a kid who doesn't warm up. I remember one time I went to a party, and there was this teeny little girl who was just terrified of all the bright colors, and I wasn't pushing her, and she got closer and closer and closer until she's all cuddled up, and finally she's happy, she's having a great time, and then a very large man in an Elmo costume walked in the room, and she flew into my arms like a bullet to protect her from giant Elmo. Sometimes I've found I'll do the same show for very different demographics, and I never really know how it's going to play. yeah, I've found sometimes there are kids who have been there, done that, and they don't really want anything to do with it because clown magic is silly. You know, it is what it is. It's about having fun and sharing stupid jokes. And you know, what time is it when you got to go to the dentist? You know, 2:30. Yeah. But sometimes the kids are just right there with me through all the stupidity, and that's what I love.